Welcome back to the Reptiles With Podcast. We just finished talking about the boa documentary, and we're going to talk about another documentary, okay?
A better one.
Hey, Eric.
It was better.
That was gnarly, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, let's go.
But yeah, so we're going to talk about the what was the name of the channel? It's the Borneo Earless Monitor.
The name of the channel is
Herp
Herp
something.
Channel, I think.
Okay.
It's Herp something, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
it's like a acronym.
it's an
Like
yes.
H dot Herp.
Yeah, dude, you got it, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Great job, great
That
job.
one.
This guy fucking. But yeah, so this was a much shorter documentary. Okay, 30 minutes. How I guess in general, first thoughts. How did we feel about it, etc.
So I literally watched it like right after the Dave Kaufman Boa one.
Yeah.
So it's like a nice I have like a very fresh take on it. It was definitely shorter. Is it a bad thing? Depends on how you look at it. For me,
What was the bad thing? What a bad thing?
having it short.
Oh, gotcha.
It was short. At the same time, there isn't a whole lot on the Borneo Earless. There's definitely stuff that you can talk about and stuff like that, but you know, comparing a 30-minute documentary to an hour 45 for an animal that's widespread, everybody knows about, it's like the opposite for the Borneo Earless Monitor.
Yeah.
So I think for the 30 minutes that we got, at least on camera, I think it was amazing because it had literally everything that we were complaining about. Oh shit! About like the other types of documentaries. Like it's by an actual scientist who's out there in the field looking for this stuff. Sheds light on the actual. I guess it would count in the importation process, but the poaching and the collecting and all that stuff.
Issues with the environment.
Yep.
Issues the environment was something that I thought was really interesting too. And palm oil. No one talks about palm oil enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you see, dude? Another thing, cinematically, that was.
Whoa.
Yeah,
just
you got the
know,
footage, bro.
just know that was insane.
That
Like,
was insane.
Yeah. The wow.
Okay.
What?
So you remember my critique for the Dave Kaufman one?
Yes.
My critique. The only thing that I had to say about it was like for me, it didn't seem like there was an end point, an end goal. That one was literally.
We're looking for this thing.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was talking about.
So I think what you're talking about is something that I have recently learned about storytelling. Is that I think Dave Kaufman just had too many points.
It's a broad subject.
Yeah.
When you watch a movie, you're watching it for the one point, the important thing. Everything else in the
Yeah.
middle is extra.
Yeah.
So for example, if he was like, we're gonna look for the red tail boa, and in the process he found every other one, you still are waiting for the red tail boa.
Got you.
So I think his storytelling, now that you say that, his storytelling wasn't good because it was like putting different videos into one movie. It
was like a bunch of those Aki monitor videos.
Yeah, it felt like he went from point A to point B and then point A to point B. It felt like different steps.
Yes.
Instead of having one end goal.
We figured it out.
Yeah, he didn't have good storytelling. That's what it is. With this guy, it's like, hey, we're looking for the earless monitor, and in the process, he showed you the forest dragons. He
Yes.
showed you all other things that were extra to
Yep.
All the light bulbs just went off everywhere.
Yeah. As soon as that was said, because I've been studying storytelling for fucking months now, and that's one of the things is like you have to have
a very clear
end goal so that people know what they're watching for. And if you have extra shit that's flashy, that's just in the middle. That's just extra.
Yeah. That's fluff. That's your fluff, but you got to figure out a way to make that fluff make sense.
Yeah. So in other words, the movie he made is more like separate videos. It would have been better to have done separate videos to be a good story to be told.
Yeah.
So it's not that the story is
Maybe
bad.
it should have been a boa series.
Yeah. It should have been dealt like with a show instead. Like that's what a show is.
Yeah.
Every episode of a show has an end goal.
Right now.
Yeah. So instead of a movie, it should have been a show because the storytelling there does not make.
Yeah.
Wow. Storytelling.
Wow, dude. We figured it out on this episode. Yeah. No. I mean, so this I like that. Okay. If you had to sidebar real quick, if you had to remake the boa movie, how would that differ? Like, what would you change about it then?
I think I would change the storytelling. Now that you said that, I would change the storytelling, and it would be a show instead of a movie.
But if it had to be a movie, how would you turn what he did into a movie?
If I wanted to make it a movie, I would get the most impressive of the red tails. So, or the most common or the most popular, whatever it is, or the boa constrictors or whatever you want to call them, I would make that the end goal. We're going to find this boa and we're going to get, or let's say I'm going to walk from Central America to South America.
And then it becomes about the journey.
And
these are the boas I found along the way.
That's storytelling right there. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it would go like, hey, I'm going to start in Central America and we're going to end up in this country. On my way down, let's see what I find.
And not only that, but maybe give me like a history on the boas or like why from here to here they're going to be different. And from here to here they're going to be different. And how they might be interpreted with the culture or something like that.
His story should have like a point A, point B, not a point A, B, C, D.
Now, in relation to back to the Borneo Earless Monitor, so we talk. So let's get from the beginning. What was like the main point in the beginning? The guy comes in and he's explaining that he wants to find this thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it goes where?
It goes to Borneo. He gets to the island and he basically, what he did was kind of in the same like avenue as what Dave did, but it was much more precise. It was focused, and there wasn't meant much fluff. They didn't need to have any fluff to begin with. You know, it's a lot more serious of a topic because he's an actual researcher trying to actually collect data and like find an animal that is obviously not as populated as a boa.
Yeah.
So finding something like that would definitely, I don't think you'd need fluff to do that. But
What's the word that they use when an animal hides a lot? Is very cryptic.
Yeah.
Cryptic. Yeah, it's a very cryptic animal.
Yeah. And it ties in, honestly, everything that I've seen about Borneo last few years, it always ties into palm oil, which I'm not even going to complain about that because that's a literal issue.
For the people that don't know, for the people in the back, what's up with this palm oil thing?
So basically, you have Borneo, it's a jungle island, and there's a bunch of palm oil plantations that, of course, are helping people get jobs and helping the economy and stuff. But it is legitimately like taking over the island. They're taking down miles and miles and miles of jungle, miles of habitat for a lot of animals
the palm oil
that people love. We're talking about orangutans in Papua and stuff like that. It's not always for palm oil, but crocodile monitors and stuff like that. A lot of your, poster boy animals that all live there, they're all getting absolutely decimated because of the palm oil fields, because we use palm oil in literally everything.
Yeah.
All around the world.
Exactly.
Damn.
And when you see like drone footage and stuff like that, it's like night and day. There's the jungle and then there's palm oil fields.
It's like a thick ass line.
And it's deceiving though.
Really?
Yeah. It's deceiving.
You didn't see it?
No, I was just adding on to his thing. I was building up. I was podcasting.
Oh my god! What the fuck is going on with this guy?
I genuinely think that it's deceiving because when the palm tree grows up as an actual palm tree, for someone who isn't really knowledgeable on what's going on, it's like, oh, but it's still a tree. There's still plants, because when the tree grows up, you can't really see that separation anymore. Yeah. But it's still there because now you start. The people start coming into contact more with those animals because the tree starts to grow. The orangutan tries to, do his thing, and
can't do his thing.
It gets worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, people want to kill him.
And the wildlife trade over there is just as bad.
So. And it's an island. We're talking about something.
Yeah. Well, not just Borneo, but the entirety of Southeast Asia. This is all happening there. Yeah. Which it's all islands, but the animals there they're a lot more known, and they're a lot more endangered. I would argue, comparatively to some animals we have here on this side of the ocean.
We're literally about to talk about this also this upcoming weekend.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
On a spoiler alert trip that we're going to. Anyways, continue.
Yeah. Basically, Borneo's in trouble. Everything there is dying, and this researcher went to go find an animal that was recently rediscovered, and is basically trying to figure out how bad are they dying. And I thought it was really, really interesting, tying back into the palm oil real quick, is that they live... Okay, so for context, if you don't know what the earless monitor is, it's a semi-aquatic little lizard. It's... I forget the name. Is it monotypic, when it's like the only one in the family or something like that?
Yeah, I think it's monotypic.
Yes. Sorry, I'm not a scientist, but basically it is a very, very, very ancient...
I thought he was.
The glasses are deceiving. Apparently, it's a very, very ancient group of reptiles who they are the last ones, and they're super, super archaic and kind of like a vision into what reptiles used to look like back in the day.
Yep. They're literally related to monitors and Gila monsters.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's all they got.
Interesting.
And that's like that's reaching, which is cool. But the fact that they're related to Gila monsters you can kind of see it in the face and the overall
Yeah,
body.
yeah.
The
Well,
beady
they were saying
Yeah.
something about like it was something along the lines of like how prehistoric the animal
Yeah.
was. You know.
Yeah. So it's semi-aquatic and it's very secretive. So they live in streams. And what I found really interesting in the documentary was that, which also helps explain how they're kind of, I don't want to say that they're common or they're still pretty rare, but surprisingly available for how they're doing in the wild in the pet trade.
Very expensive.
They're expensive, but they're there,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
surprising if you look at how they're doing in the wild and what's going on because no one knows anything about them. How do they just
But
end
everybody
up?
collects them because
Exactly.
the people that don't know anything about them is us. The people there see them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the people there are used to seeing those animals. It's weird for us because we're not there. We don't get to see them and study them. But the people there already know that they are there.
Yes,
Yeah.
and not just that, but they're literally coming into their areas because what was explained again, since they live in wetlands,
They're doing what into the areas?
In river areas, when they make their moats to get water to these
Yep.
plantations,
Yeah.
they're basically sending everything from the main water line towards
The palm.
the
Palm oil.
civilization,
Yeah.
towards civilization,
Yeah.
towards the palm oil fields and everything. So legitimately, these animals are coming to contact with people
By force.
just by force. They're just going down the river, doing their thing, living, and then eventually
Somebody
the river
catches
ends
them and
at the palm oil field, and they get caught. Like, oh, look at this, I could sell this, and that's kind of how it ends up being, which I didn't really think about. And I was like, man, that's probably how we're getting all this random rare shit.
Yeah, they just ends up at the plantations. They capture them. I can make a few bucks, probably like $12.75 or whatever it is. I bet you some dumb shit like that.
how
too.
much do you think? Go on Morph Market right now. Go Morph Market, the only source for the general reptile market. Look up Borneo Earless Monitors.
Probably like $6,000. I don't know. I haven't looked at their
A
prices.
few thousand, dude.
A few.
A few
I think
thousand.
he's low.
10? No, I think 6. Hold on, we're gonna find this
Yeah,
out.
I think he's like 6. Let's say 6.
I thought they were
You
like
know?
$10,000.
Oh, that's it?
No,
Okay,
they're
never
not
mind.
that much.
They were like
I've never looked
$10,000.
When they first got poached, yeah, but like 2,000. Look, 2,000.
found it? Let me
2 to
see.
5. 2 to 5.
No, he was saying 25.
25.
3-pack, $9,000.
3-pack.
That's a steal because he stole them. Oh shit!
I wasn't that far off. Just a couple years off.
Yeah.
A couple years off. I'm usually better with prices. I'm actually.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be like 5,000
I thought they were still $10,000. The last time I saw them for sale, like
when
actually,
they first came in.
Yeah.
Probably. But yeah, like that's another example. Like, yeah, habitat destruction is happening. That does not mean us poaching the animal makes anything better. It makes things
Makes
worse.
things worse. Yeah.
It makes things 10
We're
times
taking
worse.
advantage of an already like shitty situation for the animal.
Yeah.
The pet trade kind of just goes in, and I don't think it's a high horse. Apparent. So
Eric. But
What?
if Indonesia destroys these animals because of the palm olive,
How about
fields,
we have to see.
we
How
have to
about-
say we have to
save them.
conserve them here in the United States of
Yes.
America.
No, the fuck we
through
don't,
captive
but-
breeding efforts and through the pet trade, and then when we get the babies, we have
and make
no
morphs and make morphs and then breed them back to,
to the parents.
Yeah.
Let's go, dude.
And then they disappear out of the community once they become too common.
in the name of science.
Yes, dude.
I think
Jeez.
like the
In the
energy
vein of
the
science.
energy put into poaching should be into conservation. It would be, dude. We could do so much, but
It's
Sadness.
tough.
I'll tell
It's
you
tough
why
to-
we don't do it,
why?
or why people over there don't do it. It's
Because
because
we need morphs.
no, it's because of the finances. You make more.
100%.
You make more money breeding the animal, and doing all
100%.
this stuff with the animals, than it is protecting them.
100%, and that's sad. And a lot of people there even are talking like are trying to conserve those areas,
Yeah.
and shit like that. Like people are trying,
Yeah.
but like the other way that they're making money is literally by all of us. It's on makeup, it's in shampoo, it's in like all
Yeah,
sorts of
yeah,
shit
yeah.
that we use palm oil for. And
What are is that shit even good for you?
no,
That's the thing, though. It's like those kinds of oils are not good for you.
no.
They're just useful.
Yeah, they're just useful.
They're just a
filler.
product.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
filler stuff. So,
This is the anti palm oil podcast.
yeah, fuck palm oil, dude.
Yeah, dude.
But like, yeah, I think that energy should be gone into educating people and figuring out other ways that those people can make money.
Yeah, for
and not
sure.
by poaching the animals because it does the same thing that the palm oil is doing.
Yeah.
Like something else has to be put, but the amount of money that is made from palm oil is unmatched. Like
Yeah.
it's almost impossible. All we can fight for is to keep the habitat that is still left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is not as hard to protect
Yeah.
than of course, I don't think we can get rid of palm oil. I think we can stop palm oil from spreading. I think that is the way to do it. And that's happening in a lot of places, especially all these islands like the Bad Bunny shit in Puerto Rico. Like the whole album is about similar things happening in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
They're building all over the place illegally.
Did that album put you in your feels?
Dude, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to say here, but that motherfucker pissed me off. But yeah, it did.
Bad Bunny?
Yeah.
Why?
The frog, the toad. The toad was mine.
Oh.
That was
Gotcha.
my thing. Fucking bitch.
Maybe he follows you.
Fucking piece of shit. Piece of shit of a
Yeah.
human being. No, but yeah, the album.
The
put me in my
ultimate
feelings.
Puerto Rican collaboration is with Chuck
That would
and
be
Bad
so
Bunny.
funny.
Just know.
What? Don't you just know what?
Just know, dude. It's not far from it.
Okay.
Fuck. But yeah, same thing that's happening there, and like what he's doing is a way to stop it. Right now,
Yeah.
they're partying outside, everybody making fucking noise in front of white people's houses and stuff. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, like I think
They're
there's
doing
ways.
that to the Paul brothers?
Well, no, they're part of it.
Making noise?
Yeah, they're making
Okay,
noise.
cool,
Yeah,
cool.
they're cool. They're cool people.
right.
They're Puerto
'Cause-
Rican now.
Yeah. All right.
It's fine.
All right. So now back to this documentary, and then we'll actually do want to talk a little bit about Puerto Rico a little bit later. Talking about islands. So he talks about the palm oil or whatever the fuck, and then where does it go from there?
From there, I mean, it just becomes a search for the
Yeah.
species.
Was there any other because I know there was other
Dude,
animals.
there
in
was
that.
like the forest dragons. There's tons of weird lizards that he saw.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of cool
Is
shit.
there anything that like you guys saw that you were like, oh, I like that. That's cool. I didn't expect to see this in that video.
The forest dragon.
Yeah.
I don't. The thing is, like, I don't really know what anything else was. I know
Yeah,
it's
you just saw cool shots
Yeah.
of cool shit, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, that's cool. Oh shit.
Yeah.
To put it in perspective of like the reptile trade, it's like those weird like random lizards that you saw like 5 years ago at a reptile show that you never saw.
Yeah, yeah.
that's
It's
funny,
like
that's
that.
true.
It's like walking through a reptile show and going through on the way reptiles. and
Oh
looking
my
at their
god, dude.
Table. Pretty crazy.
It's that one animal.
Do you
saw
need
for
us to
50
timestamp
bucks.
that? No, okay, he's good. He's like, no, now I get free publicity. Right now. It wasn't that bad, I swear. Oh,
On
man.
the way reptiles.
Yeah. No, I think that's not the name of the thing.
That-
It's close. It's only the wiener.
Shut up. Okay, then he finds the lizards.
Yes, he finds it.
Yeah.
And the cool, bro, the way that just the cinematography, the way that the animal was posed, everything, it was beautiful.
Yeah, dude, he got a real videographer right there.
Oh yeah.
He has his own, like, on the Instagram post.
Uh-huh.
I went through his shit. I'm like, oh, he got some real
Yeah?
motherfucker to record it. Yeah,
Fuck yeah, dude.
He's a real motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, pull it up. He said he found 2, right? Or did he find more than 2?
Three?
They found a couple. I think they found 4.
And then they
I'm-
showcased 2 of them and like showed like the sexual dimorphism
Yeah.
and the male to the female.
BD visuals, but bro, you go on his website.
And it's like ridiculous shit.
Yeah, it's like legit.
Damn.
Like that guy's legit.
Yeah. That's so cool, man.
They did the thing.
Yeah, they found a thing, and then they spoke about everything being destroyed because of palm oil, and then he adds in like, and the pet trade is not helping.
Yeah.
And then he found out one of the people he was
Yes.
with was a poacher.
Yep.
And he's like, God fucking
They
damn it.
contacted everybody that was like following him or something like that, or in his circle
To try and sell
to try
him.
to sell him. That's crazy.
That's so fucked
That's
up.
insane.
yeah.
That is so fucked up. And then, somebody in the US is like, oh, that's a lot of money. Let's just. And then you do that to the animal. All for money. All because we're
And that's
selfish.
a sensitive animal, so for
Yeah.
it to survive through all
Yeah.
that journey is kind of rough.
All because we're selfish. That's
You-
the sad part
not me, you.
of it. That's a real sad part
Yeah.
of all of it. It's like, it's already.
But I, not excusing it, but I just think that that's the human condition. I think that that's just how we're programmed. I think that we want
Not
things
everybody.
that we take. 90% of people.
I don't think in that aspect, not everybody, because once you see biologists,
Maybe
whenever
that
they
w-
do that, whenever true biologists look at that shit, I promise you, everybody's like, what the fuck is
No,
going
you're
on?
right, but those people are probably like that about something else. That's just what I'm saying. It's the
It
human
depends
condition,
what it
yeah.
is, because you can be selfish towards like a lot of other things, objects, and even people, and it does not affect
Yeah.
as bad as that.
can have
That's
the
like
same-
that's like being,
Yeah, I get you.
That's being selfish towards the earth. That's being selfish towards like animals, plants, and things you say you love, like that's being selfish
That's
towards
a
a lot more.
specific kind of bad.
Yeah. Like that's like not good at all.
It's disregard for life.
Yeah.
It's one thing to want a collection of like Funko Pops or something, but
yeah.
if you put that same scenario and just replace Funko Pop with
With life.
that causes problems that people don't always.
Yeah.
People think about it, but they
And
kind
again,
of just.
and again, I'm not like completely against the thing. It's like
Yeah.
whenever we benefit from things like that, or like the process of it, it's just so gnarly and so sad that it's like, y'all motherfuckers really are okay doing this and making money off of it. I don't know. I just couldn't.
Any other thoughts on his documentary?
Thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
That's what it should be.
Yes.
He did the thing. You
It
got.
was very good.
Yeah.
All right, now before we segue into this next thing, become a member. Support the boys by going to modernreptileshop.com and check out the merch. Check out the Reptiles With Podcast. And also, something that I keep forgetting to say in the episodes is if you want to send us anything to put here in the podcast studio to be showcased, I'm trying to get some furniture here and some furniture right there. Send it over. Get in contact with me so we could bring it over here and we could display your artwork. Somebody make an artwork of Eric as a turtle.
Oh, God.
That'd be super sick. Somebody make an artwork as for Chuck as a poacher. That would be sick. And
Jesus.
also canonically correct. Finding the right substrate is a paramount part of reptile keeping. And if you're looking for the best cocoa option, we recommend Cocoa to Go. Cocoa can be used for reptiles, amphibians, and even plants, so they're perfect for any kind of setup. So we make sure to use Cocoa to Go. Let them know that the Reptiles With Podcast sent you. In the spirit of documentaries, one of us here has been posting cryptic messages on Instagram.
That's right. It's been me.
So I know you don't want to talk too much about it, but you're planning a documentary.
Yeah.
Can we talk about where it is?
He's going to Costa Rica.
All right, so you're going to somewhere to do a documentary
Yep.
about something that you're very passionate about. How has been the process of it?
So right now, it's escalating way faster than I thought, and
Yeah.
it's freaking me the fuck out, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I was still in the process of like, okay, I gotta come up with a story, which is what I'm like.
Yeah.
I'm studying the way to tell a story that way, like people would like, right, and they would watch. So I'm studying a way to tell a story. I'm writing down the places that I have to visit. Then I have a route in my head that I already know that I'm gonna pass different habitats. Like I already knew all of those things. Then I started watching documentaries like the ones we just watched, and I'm going like it's been the same format for many, many years.
Gotcha.
It's the same format every single time. So I want to make something different than that. Make it like serious but funny and fun and like adventurous and like have like multiple characters and like it's not going to be like, of course I'm quote unquote the main character in it, but like I'm going to bring in characters that are part of what it is that I'm going to be recording. Like
Okay.
actual people. There's people that do social media in these places that focus on the things that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to take it away from me in certain parts and giving it to them. They're going to become a character. They're going to show the best that it is that they do. So I wanted to change that. And I'm writing all this shit down. And then I have my friend Aramis. Shout out to Aramis. He is a great videographer and photographer I met many years ago. And he just started doing like birding and wildlife photography. And he's been practicing for a little while now. So I told him about the idea. And he was like, I'm in. I have this equipment. I have this. I have that. I have this. Also, I have all of these connects. Let me make some phone calls. And I was like, okay, cool. So he makes some phone calls, comes back, and then he goes, hey, I'll talk to these really big people. And this is the advice they gave us. We need this much money. We need this. We need that. We need this. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, you're going big
This is
portion.
real.
Yeah. And he was like,
Yeah.
no, like, if we're going to do it, we're going to do the best of the best. Like, other people have done similar things. We're going to outperform every person there is. And I'm like, cool. Then I have this other friend, videographer and photographer that I met through Aramis a few years back. This motherfucker is like in Japan half of the time. Like he half lives in Japan. And he just hits me out. He's like, yo, can I be part of this? I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, yup, I'm part of this. I'm helping y'all. So now I have two amazing videographers and photographers. I have a team of herpers. I have like I have tons of people like that want to be part of it and help. And then to the place that I'm going to, I have like huge influencers. I have celebrities. I have like all sorts of things. And then I want some actual biologists to be part of it too.
Okay, cool.
So that's how that's fucking going. Now I just need sponsors. So yeah, I need to raise money, get some sponsors, and we'll get it started probably in April.
Darian Drollinger from Morph Market.
That's my first one, bro.
Zoomed from Zoomed.
Yeah, those are two that I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try really bad, but
Can I ask you a serious question?
What?
How do you think that's gonna go based on your opinions on the pet trade and stuff like that?
depending on which ones you ask, it might that I have that fear. I'm gonna try anyways, because I know a lot of people don't like the way I speak and the things I say. I'm just gonna give them the opportunity to be part of that project.
Yeah.
If that's not the case, then I know exactly where to go.
Okay.
I'm just gonna give that opportunity there first because that is like I'm still part of that community in a way.
Yeah, yeah.
But if
What?
you ever met a Puerto Rican, you put a flag on anything, they throw the money on that bitch. So just know.
Yeah.
So just know that's what I like.
Yeah.
That's probably the route I'm gonna take. Like I want this thing to be like I want it to be different and not like biased completely. I want to show the truth whether I like it or not.
And
whether
have
anybody
like
likes it.
facts.
And have facts and have people there that are doing the thing. I want to show like other people to like I want to tell the story, but I want the characters to develop it.
Yeah.
So, and I have some crazy characters.
Yeah.
Some insane great storytellers, like they already do crazy stuff in life as it is, and I'm going to be doing those things with them. And like what we talked about, have a route, I'm going to be doing tons of things for it. Things that I'm even scared of. So
You don't hear that often, Chuck. Afraid of something.
Oh, I'm fucking scared as shit.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, I'm excited for you. Why didn't we ever do the split oak one? No, I'm kidding.
Well, that was during
I'm
the
kidding.
Tino shit.
Oh yeah,
That was during the Tino shit.
That was
He
at the
broke us up.
we were we were the Beatles.
Yeah.
We're broken up.
Yeah, Tino was supposed to be part of that shit.
Yeah.
Then Tino fucking disappeared.
Yeah.
And
you
then
know what?
after that-
Everybody send Tino a message right now.
No.
I'm kidding.
Fuck that. Like after that, we just stopped talking about it. We were all figuring out.
It was rough.
It was that.
Yeah.
You guys stopped working at the place. Like it was a lot of changes
A
happened.
lot happened. You know,
Yeah.
it's
It was
our
a divorce,
fault.
baby. It didn't
We
end up
we
good.
couldn't save Split Oak
Yeah, we couldn't save Split Up.
because
yeah.
of Tino.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
his fault. No, but yeah, I think I want.
Yeah.
I think that's. Oh, I also. You're gonna be mad. I'll tell you. Yeah,
Eric's gonna be mad.
Yeah, I'll tell you after.
man.
I'll tell you after. No, I can't say because I have to say I'm going to a second place for it.
A second place for it.
Yeah.
Like off of where, like not related to where you're going.
Like related to where I'm going, but off of it.
Oh, I already know.
hate
Yeah,
you.
yeah. But I have tons of shit for it.
Yeah, dude, that's so exciting, man. I'm really happy. For
All
you.
I need is the money. So
Become a member.
yeah, even but
No,
even
sponsor the boy.
even without the money, I'll just take a little longer. That's
Okay.
what it is. Like it's
Yeah.
happening regardless.
Okay.
I'll just take a little longer.
I honestly think, dude, for real, like sponsors. Okay. I'm gonna give you my intake on this. You need when you contact these sponsors, you're gonna need proof of concept. Okay, you're gonna need to show them that you are doing something. So even though that video is gonna go on a specific channel and maybe that channel is dead, maybe you should start updating that channel to be like, hey, these are my intentions, these are the things that I'm doing, these are come along with me on the or something of the sort.
I already have it.
Okay, there we go. Let's fucking go,
He's fucking scheming, bro.
dude. For real,
And that's
man.
another thing. Like, also, I made a lot of characters be part of it because, like, in the realm of that, I'm a nobody, but I brought a whole bunch of somebodies to be part of it.
Okay.
To, of course, like that's my way of like one of the ways I'm going to market it is like, hey, all of these people came together and we created this thing.
Yeah.
And it might honestly, it might be I'm calling it a documentary. It might just be a show, if I'm being completely honest.
Okay.
Because I have
A documentary
lot.
can be a show.
Yeah, but
documentary-based show.
but different sections because, bro, there are so many characters onto this.
Got you.
So many.
Do you remember Anthony Bourdain?
That sounds very familiar.
He's a
I don't
food
know.
guy that he used to go to like different countries. And
Yes,
try different
yes,
food.
yes, yes,
So
yes,
like
yes.
that kind of style, just like you're constantly going and adding a new character, and then it's
Yeah,
like trying-
yeah, and then there is an end goal,
Mm-hmm.
which is invasive species.
surprise.
Surprise, surprise. But to get to the end goal, I have like everything that goes in the middle. I already have it.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. I think I honestly think that we can't talk more about it because then we're gonna give a lot of your
Yeah.
stuff away. But Eric, I have a little something next to you. You want to whip it out?
What
Oh,
the?
this shit.
What am I talking about? Yeah. Bring out the little one first. Yeah. So I figured that this would be a good opportunity, something that we never do on this reptile channel, is show some reptiles. We're at my house. I just brought some animals in from the outside, so I figured, hey, let's bring these out. Let's talk a little bit about them, and let's get me to potentially promote these and sell babies in the future.
The size difference is crazy.
The size difference is crazy.
Sexual
Yo, pass me
dimorphism.
the other one.
Yeah.
Damn, how come he gets the big one?
Well, I thought we were gonna do one at a time, but I didn't even think about that. That's a good idea.
Dude, holy fuck.
Yeah. Can anybody guess which one's the boy?
Yeah.
Anyway, these are Angolan pythons.
Oh god, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Wow.
They're the Angolan of the ball python, of the carpet pythons.
Dude, look how red this thing is.
Yeah.
Wait.
And they're a little bit dull now.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
kind of dull,
Yeah.
but it's cold,
That's
so
so
Yeah.
cool.
it's warranted.
Yeah.
You have cool snakes, dude.
Thanks, dude. Does
Are you
anybody-
gonna tell us what they are?
Oh, these are the Brettles pythons that I keep outdoors.
Where are they from?
Australia, Alice Springs.
What do they eat?
Is that a specific area that they're in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're their own species in a small area or what?
It's
That's-
the desert area.
That's what it ended up
They're in the
being.
desert?
Yeah.
But the desert has little areas of dense forest. So they go through all of it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. These are my guys. They hang out.
They're smaller than carpets, right?
No.
They're honestly one of the bigger ones.
Yeah.
What?
That thing's like 7 feet.
They get about the same
What?
size as like coastals.
Yeah.
That's 7 feet right now?
Uh-huh.
No, it's not.
Yes,
It's crazy
it
to
is.
think about, but yeah.
Yeah, no way.
Head to
dude.
tail?
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, I don't know. I don't think you know what 7 feet is, bro.
I promise you. We measured
this
it.
is not
Yeah.
7
We
feet.
measured it when I first got it, and I know that she's grown.
No, 7 feet is crazy. What do you think? 7.
That's 7 feet, dude.
This is not 7 feet.
All
7
right.
inches.
No.
bro.
Hey, yo. Put that next to me. I'm 6 feet. It's only a foot larger than I am.
No. Fucking wait. Oh, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Bro.
That shit might not be 7 feet, dude.
There's 6 at most.
You think so?
Yeah, there's 6
Yeah.
at most.
Let's measure it
was
again.
Crazy. 7 feet
Yeah.
is crazy. And even 6, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
About 6.
6.5.
Well, I always lie about my size, so.
Yeah, I can tell, dude. A whole foot over.
Yeah.
Regardless, the length always like never looks the way it is. I don't know why I said it like that. I hate everything. I can't speak without having some sort of innuendo. in there.
I'm looking at the TV.
The,
over
the,
there,
at our
'cause-
vanity mirror,
Yeah.
our vanity screen.
Yeah, these are cool.
Yeah.
You wanna shit.
No, you're good, man. Enjoy.
When
'em.
were these
No.
poached?
When were they poached?
Yeah, like the species.
Oh man, dude. I mean, they're Australian, so the
70s.
the inception of them must have been fucking.
Yeah, but when was the last time they got brought in?
Do you know when Australia stopped?
Where'd you get that one from?
The homie Conception sourced it for me.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that female, the homie Conception sourced it for me.
The company.
What was the
OTW on the way exotics.
Yeah.
Specializes in everything from
Yeah.
captive bred to
Yeah.
rare shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the imported. No,
Yeah.
just kidding.
It was a journey. It was a journey to find them because it did initially. Yeah,
You went through like 3 or 4 of them.
dude.
before.
I had so many of them at some point.
Yeah.
So what had happened is I am super impatient. I don't really like to raise things if I'm being honest with you. I'm like, I really want to do it. I want to do it now, right? So I was trying to look for a pair that was like very well established or breeders, obviously. I got that male with a slightly larger animal that was supposed to be a female We sexed them. They were both
I
boys.
remember this.
Yeah. So they were both boys. So I was like, fuck, I need to find myself a female. Somebody else sourced a female for me, but that female was like 2 years old, and I'm used to ball pythons, or other snakes that grow at a different rate. So when I saw,
or people sometimes like breed smaller because it's
yeah. So when I saw the 2-year-old female, I'm like, this is a lot smaller than I thought it would be, right? But at that point, I was like, I have no choice but to raise it. Like, this is just what I'm gonna do. And literally, like 3 weeks later, conception goes to me. He's like, yo, you want this? He sends me a photo, and the best part is that the animal was kept as like it was never bred. But the guy had it for so many years. Was the intention even to breed it, or he was just like, it's my pet kind of thing?
No, he was gonna breed it.
He was gonna breed it, but he never did. So it's like primed pretty much. And I was like, dude, let's fucking do this. I put the pair outside. First year, eggs, tight.
And
Super
this is your
tight.
second year?
This would be my third year. Last year they didn't go.
Oh, why?
Yeah. Last year something happened in my life which put a lot of pressure on my situations, and there was issues with finding a solid food source, so I couldn't feed them as much as they needed to feed to be able to ovulate and do all the things that they need to go through to be able to breed and all that jazz. Do you need more context?
Yeah. I love that I asked even more now.
Yeah. That's why I also didn't produce a lot of ball pythons this
You think
year.
that's why? For real?
Yeah. I think it had to do with the food source. Yeah. Yeah, but she's fucking huge compared to this one. That's
Give them
crazy.
Repti links, dude.
Maybe. I
I'm
don't
only
see why
saying
not.
that so I could remember to tell you something later.
Oh, do you want to talk about your promo code?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
okay.
He's gonna tell me something later.
We'll talk about that promo code later.
Yeah. Actually, I kind of know what you're talking about. You guys want to
The
switch
fuck?
so you could fucking? Because he was jealous of not holding the bigger one. He wants to hold the big one.
Let's switch, dude.
All right.
Let's switch. This thing is moving like a motherfucker anyways.
So is he.
It'll suck if she pisses right now, dude. That would happen to Eric though. Well, we were. Oh, they're fucking right now,
Hold on, let me move the mic out of the way.
dude. That's crazy.
Michael.
I like her better.
Yeah, and he's a sweetheart, dude. The other one that I got that was slightly bigger, bit the fuck out of Eric. When we were probing it, that
One
shit was
bite.
like, and you heard it rip.
That was one bite. It wasn't. I mean, it
Dude,
kind of sucked.
I
but-
saw an emerald tree boa crush a mouse head the other day. Like, crush. Like, bait. And
That's crazy.
I was like, yo, if that shit bites me, dude,
Yeah.
whole forest gone.
Do you remember? That's so funny. The one of the old employees at the place that we all worked at, the one that got replaced like this, GTP cowboy.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember? Skinny person
He was.
walks like in a
Oh,
rush.
come on.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right, so he was like, I could handle these things. Green tree python, emerald tree boa, and I would hear it bite him and just rip the skin. And by the end of it, he was like, his hands were shaking. He became anemic or something. His iron levels were definitely low. He was dripping. I was like, dude, put that thing away. Like
Yeah.
you don't have anybody to
They're not a joke.
impress right
The
now.
brownie
They're not
points
a
were
joke.
not. The brownie points
Yeah.
were not worth the blood.
Yeah.
There were no brownie points to begin with.
And this is another reason, other than the fact that I wanted to find an animal that can survive out here without much interference. This was another reason why I wanted to work with this specific species, is they're generally tame, and for an animal that
How did they do with the temperatures if they're from the desert? Does it get cold over there?
yeah.
Oh, shit.
I mean, look at the desert here. What happens when you go to?
it depends where the desert is.
No,
in the
but-
planet Earth.
But I'm saying
in Florida.
like look at Nevada. Let's say it gets fucking cold at night there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of that situation. Yeah, because from my point of view, when it comes to captive breeding, I know that eventually, even if you're working with quote unquote investment grade animals, and as they go down to being quote unquote pet grade animals, I feel like we should be working with animals that will, even though if they're investment, they should be able to eventually become accessible for somebody that's gonna be having it as a pet. Therefore, the animals that we breed should be tame. So when I pick animals that I work with, I try to find animals that I feel comfortable with and that I feel like somebody else could be able to handle without a problem if it's going for a pet.
I think you're a punk. So that-
Fuck, man.
I like my animals bitey in the wild, how they would be in the wild. If I work with a crocodile and he's like, I don't want him,
Shit.
But what if it's like that in the wild?
then yeah, let's get it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what was up with the fucking obese ass gator that I sent you guys the other day? Did we talk about that in another episode? The one that was fucking round as shit.
Oh my god!
obese. That wasn't
No,
fat,
no,
though.
that
That
wasn't
was,
fat.
What
Okay,
was that?
Okay, so
Yeah.
let me tell you
All right.
more. Let me tell you more. So
All right, this will be the last one we talk about.
okay,
but yeah.
hey,
All right.
Chris Gillette and Gabby Nicole have Bellowing Acres in Florida. It's a rescue for animals.
Yep.
They got a somebody reached out to them, me, and was like, "Hey, there's a weird gator over here."
Was it really you?
Hold up.
Oh my god.
So I'm like, yeah, like it's in this property that somebody owns, around some plants and stuff, and I'm like, it looks weird. I don't know what's wrong with it. So then, she's like, oh, he needs to call government. So calls government. They step in, get the animal because it's a nuisance. It's in a property. It's approaching people, trying to bite and stuff. So it's a fucking nuisance. When they grab him, he's bloated, just like that one. They named it Gaston.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Because of gas.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, so animal already a nuisance in the wild. Once that happens, state of Florida puts them down or figures out something with them. So they saw how crazy that was, and they brought it to them. The vet checks him out. He had a whole bunch of plastic and random weird objects in his stomach, but they were so weirdly digested you can even tell what it was. Some things look like rubber or clay. Like it was the weirdest thing.
Like inorganic mass.
Yeah, and now out of nowhere they posted that one, and it's a female. And
They're
it's
gonna
like,
try to breed it to see if they can prove it out.
no, but it has like the spine is so thin, it's sticking out. Like that thing is
Wow.
like skinny as fuck, but it's bloated with so much that's stuck in there, and also it has lead poisoning. And
the
they
fuck?
found the metal inside through X-rays. They saw the piece of metal that's in there throwing out lead, and it's getting into the bloodstream.
Kryptonite.
So one
Swallows
is
kryptonite.
bloated with shit that people were probably feeding it, and two, it's poisoning itself.
That's what happens when you feed your gators pizza.
Honestly.
There it is. Yeah, that's it right there.
That's exactly what happens to me when I eat pizza.
yeah, you look exactly like that.
Damn. Well, shit. Anybody got anything else?
No, man.
All right. This was the Reptiles with Podcast.